that was one of the hardest things I've ever done today. You know, I like to tell people, and those of you that are immigrants, like I seriously am probably going to start. Natalie's like, you should make that a paid group. I really want to start an immigrant group, right? Where you can really talk about like hashtag immigration issues. Because I really thought I'd been through it all. I always like to say, you know, I lost my mom at 2.5, had a very interesting stepmother. She was a really interesting human. And I've been through a lot in my life, right? Started businesses, you know, but moving across the world, there was just something that happened. All of a sudden, it was like, I always say, Natalie hates it when I say this, but someone tore all my skin off and I was just really raw. And everything bothered me. And I was vulnerable, and I felt like I didn't even know who I was. But I had a purpose. My importer code, the cute singer, was my purpose. I wanted to start a life with this man. And it wasn't an option for him to move to America. So my purpose was to start a life with the man I love. And do you know what kind of perseverance that took? And every day it's perseverance. And that's what life's about, you guys, is life is not about getting stuck in your story. I love that she did that. Like we don't even know each other, but you set me up perfectly. Because her story is not an anchor. A lot of you guys in this room, right now, your story is going to serve you. But you're a bit of a slave to it. And when I say the word slave, I mean shackled. And an anchor is something that stops you from moving. Has anyone ever heard a captain say, I threw down my anchor, the boat should be taking off any minute? No. You put that in that anchor, and that anchor gets deeply rooted, gets stuck. What's happening? You're not going anywhere. You can like wiggle and, you know, I always say like, you have an anchor and you're like trying, but you're not going anywhere. But what if you took that anchor and you took all the shit that is the story, right? Because stories, they tend to stink. You know, like, oh, look what happened to me, and yeah, that happened. But what if you took all that shit and you made it fertilizer? And instead of having an anchor, you had a root. And you planted that root in the shit, and you grew from it. Right? Oh yeah, you're all like, wow, my ex-husband, I am thankful because everything that's happened, you guys, it did not happen to you, and it was not in the way. It happened for you, and it was on the way. I am so much gratitude for losing my mother. I learned so much from my interesting stepmother. I mean, literally, I'm like bonus mom of the year. Everyone's like, wow, your bonus kids love you. I'm like, I know exactly what not to do, so I'm really good at doing what to do. Right, but those are gratitudes. And that's really what purpose and perseverance is. It's about getting where you want to go, but you've got to shed your shit on the way. And that's my big hashtag, shed your shit and shine. Because so many of us, right? Yeah, and if you say it cute enough, you're like, shed your shit and shine. People are like, oh, did she just say shit? Yeah, I'm from a farm. I have marketing picks and cowboy boots. I'm like hardcore from Illinois, where they grow corn. I used to probably say when I was young, like, New Zealand, where's that? You know, because I was in the middle of North America. But if you were able to shed your shit and shine, think about the service you do the world. Because what I always realized, well, what I never realized that I know now, is that there's someone who's in your shoes waiting to hear your story. But if you're stuck in your story, guess what? They don't get to hear it because they can't imagine getting to the other side of it. So start to really think about that, you guys. And you know, it's easy to tell yourself stories because I honestly, at one point in time, I'm so open and honest. Probably too much. Sometimes my partner's like, oh my God, I cannot believe you said that in front of 300 women about me. I won't, because his sister's here and it might get awkward now. I really thought that no Kiwis liked me. That's kind of hard for me to say, but I actually began to tell myself a story. So I'm telling you this so you guys can see how bad it gets. So one Kiwi told me that he didn't like Americans. So you guys have done this, so think about how you've done this, and guess what I thought? Oh my gosh. By the time the story got big enough in my head, what do you think I believed? Oh, Kiwis don't like Americans. They don't like me. So do you know what I did? I dumbed myself down. And I dumbed down my experience. And then guess what? My purpose to now live here happily ever after with that guy, that wasn't happening. Do you guys get that? Because I wasn't able to live because I was changing who I was. And I was losing my purpose. And to get over that, you guys, I had to persevere because I had to reprogram my own brain. And I know that sounds bizarre, but so many of you do. And I had to tell myself, actually one Kiwi didn't like Americans. But Kiwis love me. And now I actually say, I'm like, oh my gosh, Kiwis love me. I'm a Kiwi cuddler. Do you want to cuddle? Because that's true. Because Kiwis love me. Why would they not love me? I'm lovable and I love Kiwis. But I'm telling you guys this because I think that through owning my stuff, right, and owning who I am, you're able to, what I say, own your inner badass. And you're able to see that everybody on stage has been through what you do. That's exactly why they're up here. Amanda exactly told you that. Why she does what she does and why she's up here is because she's been in your shoes. She's been through it before. And so all I can tell you guys today is figure out your purpose by looking at your story. And ask yourself, is my story serving me or am I slave to my story?